Hello American Girl Reborn and YouTubers. This is the Marian Hutchinson channel. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to show you some, a video haul and a review of some of these videos, but this is not a doll haul yet. The package is on its way. It's in transit. It's going to come on time. So, right now I am going to be reviewing the first trilogy of the Lord of the Rings, and then I got the Hobbit, last trilogy, but I'm going to explain which I think it should have come first, then, I think when the Lord of the Rings trilogy came out, I was too little to know about this, because the first movie, Fellowship of the Rings, in the Lord of the Rings series, came out when I was 6 years old, and then the second one, which is Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, came out when I was about, I would say, 6 going on 7. I don't know what month it was, so I would say I'd be about 7. And then in 2003, when Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King came out in theaters, I would say I was about 8. So I was too little to remember these, but they did have cartoon versions in the 70s and 80s, but the cartoon version was not as good. I saw one of the cartoon versions of Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Rings, so I would not remember that, but I didn't like it at all. So moving on. But anyway, the Lord of the Rings and the Lord of the Rings series, I would say, is not for a kid that's under the age of 14, because it might be too scary, and it's a lot of graphics and a lot of killing and too scary, and but it's a good movie. It's a good trilogy set. They did have an extended edition on some of these, like the Fellowship of the Rings had an extended edition. I found these at my local library. They didn't have the box that it came in. The person who owned these had just the disc covers. And they are long. They are a long movie, but they're split into 2, so it's 2 parts. This is the first part of the extended edition, special extended edition, and then this is the second part of the special extended edition. So it's a very good movie. Then we move on to this one, continuing on with this one, and it's a good movie. It's 179 minutes, almost 3 hours long. So if you're willing to sit through an almost 3 hour long movie, sorry about the blurriness in this. And yet again, I would say this is not for a kid under the age of 14, due to the graphics and scary creatures. But I think Smeagol shows up in this one. He was a former Hobbit, as you all know. And this came out in 2002. And this is to do with supposed Bilbo's cousin, which is Frodo there. And yeah, so this is the last one. This is a sad movie, because in the end, one of the close end scenes, Frodo and his gang with Samwise Gamgee and Merry and the other guy, they break up. That's a sad part. But her and him, they get together and they be king and queen. And Samwise Gamgee gets married and has 2 kids, a girl and a boy Hobbit. And he does play, the guy who plays Frodo does play in the movie The Hobbit in 2012 and 2014. I mean 13 and 14 and 2012. But yeah, it's a good movie. Smeagol dies in this movie. It's 200 minutes, about over 3 hours long. And yeah, they don't have an extended edition on this one, but it's a very great movie. And let me see, on this one they do have an extended edition. Let me see. Yeah, they do have a special extended edition of this one. Only the first 2, like the Fellowship of the Rings and the Two Towers, both have the special extended edition. So we played in 2 parts. So, yep, that's the first 3 that came out. And Then today, when I went to Walmart, I got the. Well, I was looking on the Walmart website, and they had it at the one over in Landover Hills. So I got the motion picture trilogy of the Hobbit. It's the theoretical. Let's see. Sorry about that. It's the theoretical version. And it comes with Hobbit, The Hobbit, Unexpected Journey. That's the first movie that came out in 2012, I believe. Yep. Then the next one that came out in 2000, and it does have a special feature in here. Special features in that one. In here. So there's 6 special features and 3 special features of each, one for each video. And the next one in here, but going in order, I would say the last one that's, well, going in order of where they placed it is number 3, Hobbit. You can see Hobbit, The Hobbit, The Battle of the 5 Armies. And that came out in 2014, I believe. No, 2013. No, yeah, it came out in 2014. And then the last one in this, with the extended edition, is the Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, if I can say it right. Smaug, see it clearly. And that came out in 2013. But just in my opinion, I think that in 2001 to 3, this should have came out first, then the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because you wouldn't understand what's going on. Really, you get backwards, upside down. You get really confused because, like, just in my opinion, I'm saying you would get confused. Just in my opinion, you would get confused, really confused. You would get really confused because you'd want to know the backstory of Bilbo when Bilbo gives over the ring. You want to know where the ring came from, what's the backstory of the ring. You'd want to know what the backstory is. So I would have put the backstory first so you can know exactly what really happened to Frodo, how Frodo, came to live with Bilbo and all that, and how and how Bilbo acquired the ring, and you know what I mean. Just in my opinion, but I do remember these coming out in theaters. I do remember them all 3 coming out in theaters, and they came around sometime in December. So they only had 6 movies. So I think they waited about 9 years from 2001. So 1, 2, 3. So, well, let's count from 2003 because that was when the last one was out. So 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's about 9 years. So they did 3 straight, so back to back, like 12, 13, 14. So they did one the year I graduated. So yeah, they had them separately. You could buy them at the time, but now they have it as a trilogy. And the trilogy one like this, a theoretical trilogy like this, came out in 2018. And this is about a 3-year-old trilogy movie. So yeah, I'm going to watch those, and I will eventually tell you if I liked it or not. So yeah, the Hobbit book, not so much, but movies might be better. So I think I might have seen clips of one. So I might have seen one of the movies in here. I don't remember. So yeah. So that's that. But when my giveaway box comes in from Kits to Cradles Nursery, I will share that with you. It's on its destination route, and it's in lieu of coming on Thursday. So, bye!